To begin installation on your K&N 69-1017, turn off the vehicle's ignition and disconnect its negative battery cable. Disconnect the mass air sensor electrical connection and unhook the wiring harness from the factory airbox. Release the 4 upper airbox retaining clips and then remove the upper airbox from the vehicle. Next, remove the 2 airbox mounting bolts. Loosen the hose clamp that secures the airbox to the throttle body. Release the spring clamp that secures the crankcase vent hose to the airbox and then disconnect the crankcase vent hose. Remove the complete airbox assembly from the vehicle. Use caution when removing the airbox to avoid damage. The airbox can be removed without removing the battery. K&N recommends that customers do not discard their factory air intake. Next, install the provided edge trim onto the heat shield. Install the provided tube mounting bracket, part number 070049, onto the heat shield using the provided hardware. Remove the bolt that secures the ground strap to the transmission mount. Install the heat shield mounting bracket onto the ground strap location from step 10. Be sure to secure the ground strap on top of the installed bracket. Next, install the heat shield assembly into position and secure it to the previously installed bracket with the hardware provided. Release the spring clamp that secures the crankcase vent hose to the valve cover and disconnect the vent hose from the valve cover. Loosen the hose clamps and remove the coolant bypass hose from the throttle body and thermostat housing. Be sure that the engine is cool and the cooling system is not under pressure. Capture any lost coolant in an appropriate container. Install the provided coolant bypass hose and secure with the provided hose clamps. Be sure to replace any lost coolant. Install the provided silicone hose onto the throttle body and secure it with the provided hose clamp. Remove the 2 screws securing the mass air sensor to the airbox and then remove the mass air sensor. Install the mass air sensor into the K&N intake tube and secure it with the provided K&N hardware. Next, install the provided 90-degree NPT fitting into the K&N intake tube. Install the K&N intake tube into the silicone hose on the throttle body and align with the mounting bracket installed onto the heat shield. Secure it with the provided hose clamp and hardware. Install the provided crankcase vent hose onto the fitting installed on the K&N intake tube, then connect the open end to the valve cover vent port. Install the K&N air filter and secure with the provided hose clamp. Reconnect the mass air sensor electrical connection. Reconnect the vehicle's negative battery cable. Double check to make sure everything is tight and properly positioned before starting the vehicle. After 100 miles of driving, check the nuts and bolts and retighten if necessary.